how millions of Lux soap bars are made from coconut's mega factory process. Full 12-minute voiceover script. Every day, millions of people around the world lather up with a bar of Lux soap. But how does a coconut become that silky white bar? Today, we go inside the mega factory. It all starts here, on coconut farms across Indonesia, Philippines, and India, where millions of coconuts are harvested every single day. Skilled harvesters climb up to 80 feet, cutting down heavy clusters of ripe coconuts with long curved blades. Each cluster can weigh over 25 pounds, and a single tree produces up to 200 coconuts per year. Loaded trucks carry thousands of coconuts to the processing mill, arriving fresh within hours of harvest. At the mill, the coconuts are cracked, dehusked, and split. The white meat inside is what Lux needs. Powerful dehusking machines strip the thick, fibrous husk in under 2 seconds, revealing the hard brown shell beneath. The shells are cracked open by mechanical splitters, exposing the pure white coconut meat inside. This white coconut meat, called Copra when dried, contains up to 65% natural oil, the key ingredient in Lux soap. The meat is dried in large kilns at controlled temperatures. Moisture drops from 50% down to just 6%, creating copra. Dried copra is dense, oil-rich, and stable. It can be stored and transported across the world to Lux factories. At the oil extraction plant, copra is fed into giant expeller presses. Mechanical screws squeeze out the oil under enormous pressure. The result, raw coconut oil, golden and fragrant, flowing at over 500 liters per hour from a single press. The solid leftover, called oil cake, is not wasted. It becomes high-protein animal feed, sold to farms. The raw oil still contains impurities. It enters a multi-stage filtration system to become food and cosmetic grade. High-pressure filter presses remove all solid particles. The oil emerges crystal clear and pure. The oil then passes through bleaching and deodorizing towers, removing color and odor to create a neutral base oil. The finished refined coconut oil is pure white at room temperature, stored in temperature-controlled tanks ready for soap making. Coconut oil alone is not enough. Lux also uses palm oil, tallow, and other fatty acids for the perfect soap formula. The Lux factory maintains a tank farm with millions of liters of raw oils, enough to run production for weeks. Now the magic begins, saponification. This is the chemical reaction that turns oil into soap, discovered over 5,000 years ago. Caustic soda, sodium hydroxide, is precisely measured and added to the oils inside the reactor. The reaction begins. Inside the reactor, powerful agitators mix the oils and lye at 180 degrees Fahrenheit. The saponification reaction generates its own heat. Over several hours, the mixture transforms. The oil and lime molecules bond together, forming a thick white soap mass. A valuable byproduct forms, glycerin. It separates naturally and is collected separately, worth more than the soap itself. The crude soap goes through 3 washing stages. Brine solutions remove residual lye, salt, and impurities. High-speed centrifuges spin at 3,000 revolutions per minute, separating pure soap from the brine solution with precision. The purified soap, called neat soap, still contains 30% water. It now enters the vacuum drying system. Inside the vacuum dryer, the soap is sprayed as fine droplets. Water flashes off instantly under low pressure. What emerges are small white soap pellets, dry, pure, and ready to receive the ingredients that make Lux, Lux. Now comes the most closely guarded secret, the Lux fragrance formula. Perfumers have crafted it for over 100 years. Each fragrance blend contains up to 50 individual aroma compounds, measured to the nearest milligram. Lux also adds skincare ingredients, silk proteins, vitamin E, almond oil, and moisturizing agents for that signature feel. The signature color comes next. Pigments are mixed into a master batch, ensuring every bar is the exact same shade. All ingredients, soap pellets, fragrance, moisturizers, color, are fed into the amalgamator. The blending begins. Massive Sigma blade mixers churn the mixture for 20 minutes, evenly distributing every ingredient throughout the soap mass. The blended soap passes through refiner mills 3 times. Each pass makes the texture smoother and more homogeneous. After the final refining pass, the soap emerges as a continuous smooth ribbon, perfect in texture and consistency. The ribbon feeds into the plodder, a powerful extrusion machine that compresses and pushes the soap into a solid log. The soap log exits the plodder at exactly the right density. No air pockets, no voids, perfectly uniform throughout. A high-speed cutting wire slices the continuous log into individual bar-sized slugs, 120 cuts per minute. Each slug is identical, same weight, same length, same density. The stamping machine is next. The stamping press applies 2 tons of pressure, embossing the iconic Lux logo and shaping the bar in one motion. In under half a second, a perfectly shaped Lux bar is born, complete with logo, smooth edges, and exact dimensions. Thousands of perfectly identical Lux bars flow down the line, every one the same, every one perfect. Every bar passes a dual inspection. Machine vision cameras and trained human inspectors check for any defects. The vision system scans 2,000 bars per minute, detecting cracks, incomplete logos, color variations, and size deviations. Any bar that fails, even a hairline crack, is automatically pushed off the line and returned for reprocessing. Accepted bars enter a cooling tunnel. Temperatures drop to 65 degrees Fahrenheit, hardening the bars for packaging. After cooling, the bars are firm, smooth, and dimensionally stable, ready for the packaging floor. The iconic Lux wrapper, that distinctive pink and gold paper, is applied by high-speed wrapping machines. Folding arms crease the wrapper perfectly around each bar, then heat-sealed edges lock it tight in under a second. The wrap bars are instantly recognizable. That elegant pink packaging that has stood for luxury since 1899. Some bars are grouped into multi-packs, 3 or 4 bars wrapped together in a single bundle. Every bar and pack receives a barcode and batch code, traceable back to the exact production batch and raw materials used. Individual bars and multi-packs are loaded into retail display cartons at a rate of 400 cartons per minute. Cartons are then packed into master shipping cases, sealed, coated, and ready for the warehouse. A robotic palletizer builds a complete pallet of 200 cases, stacked in an interlocking pattern in under 4 minutes. The finished pallet is stretch-wrapped, bound tight, labeled, and ready for global distribution. The finished goods warehouse is staggering in scale, holding over 50 million bars at a time, ready for shipment. Forklifts move finished pallets to the shipping dock around the clock. The operation never stops. From here, Lux ships to over 100 countries, containers loaded and sealed for journeys across oceans. Aboard massive container ships, millions of bars of Lux cross the world's oceans, heading to 5 continents. At regional distribution centers, shipments are sorted by country and retailer. The final leg of the journey begins. Delivery trucks fan out across cities and towns, carrying Lux to supermarkets, pharmacies, and corner stores. Store workers stock the shelves, from the factory floor to the retail shelf, in as little as 72 hours. That bar you pick up? Just 3 days ago, it was coconut oil in a tank on the other side of the world. But what happens to all the waste? This Lux factory operates as a zero liquid discharge facility. Nothing goes to drain. The coconut shells from dehusking? They're converted into activated charcoal, used in filters and sold commercially. The coconut husk fiber, called coir, becomes rope, matting, and growing medium. Zero waste from the coconut. The factory roof is covered in solar panels, generating 20% of the facility's total energy needs sustainably. Organic waste from soap production feeds a biogas plant, generating clean electricity for the factory floor. Lux is produced under Unilever's Sustainable Living Plan, targeting net zero emissions across the entire supply chain by 2039. Every step of this 24-hour operation is monitored from a central control room. 500 sensors tracking every variable in real time. The factory glows through the night. 3 rotating shifts, 365 days a year, making millions of bars without pause. At peak production, this single facility stamps out over 3 million Lux bars every single day. 1 bar every 0.03 seconds. From classic white to magical spell to soft rose, Lux produces over 15 varieties, each with its own unique formula. Lux also produces liquid body wash. A separate line fills over 800,000 bottles per day in the same facility. Over 2 billion people use Lux products every year, making it one of the world's most used personal care brands. Since 1924, Lux has been the soap of Hollywood stars, a century of luxury, accessibility, and trust. Lux's R&D team constantly develops new formulas, testing skin compatibility, fragrance longevity, and lather performance. Every formula must pass the lather test, generating a minimum foam volume within 30 seconds in both hard and soft water. Dermatological testing confirms every bar is skin-safe, tested on all skin types before any product reaches the shelf. In just 96 hours, from coconut on a palm tree to wrapped bar on a shelf, Lux completes one of manufacturing's great journeys. Behind every bar, thousands of farmers, chemists, engineers, and factory workers, united by one simple product. 1 bar, billions of moments. The simple ritual of lathering up, made possible by an extraordinary industrial process. From the tropics of Indonesia to your morning shower, this is the remarkable journey inside every bar of Lux. Pure, smooth, luxurious, the result of coconut oil, chemistry, and a century of craft in one perfect bar. 1 factory, 1 formula, 3 million bars a day, and a legacy that has made Lux the world's #1 beauty soap. From field to factory to your bathroom, this is how millions of coconuts become the world's most loved soap bar.